I got knocked out by FaZe Temperr. This is my post-fight thoughts and my post-fight speech. It's now 24 hours after the fight, and I've had time to think about it. I've just got home 2 hours ago. I wrote this speech up, took me about an hour on the train, so here you go. Firstly, it's probably a good time. These posters have been up of Temperr knocked out from the digital face-off. It's probably a good time to take him down now. Firstly, I want to take my hat off to Temperr. He really did what I thought he couldn't. He showed levels in there last night. He's a much better, much more well-rounded fighter overall. He in fact does not have pillow fists. He is serious. I'm intrigued to see where his redemption arc goes, and I wish him all the best. A lot of respect to him. As loud as I was with the trash talk, I will be just as loud with the respect and humbleness after the fight. Congrats, Temperr. I'm sorry to everyone that I let down. To everyone that travelled far to see me fight. To everyone that bet money on me to win. I am sorry. I did truly believe I had it in the bag. With people saying I spoke a lot of crap, I promoted the fight. I never made it personal, or at least that was never my intention. There was obviously no bad blood between Temperr and I. It was just competition. I just believed in myself and wanted to sell the fight. Everyone called me boring in my last fight before that. I got called the most boring fighter in Misfits, so I wanted to prove to people I'm not boring. So I promoted the fight and tried my best to make it as entertaining as possible for the viewers. I wanted to make the build up to the fight as fun as possible for the people watching. I just didn't execute my game plan. I should have backed him up so he's fighting on the back foot, kept my lead foot on the outside of his. I could go on. There's so many issues with my performance. I just froze when I was in the ring with him. My whole game plan just went away. I didn't do what I was meant to. He knocked me down 3 times in 1 round. That was impressive. At least I got up every time I went down. I'm not a quitter. It was frustrating though. How do I feel? Disappointed in myself. As I should be, rightfully so. I talked a big game and didn't perform when it came down to it. I'm better than that. I will accept the memes and try to laugh along with the memes. I like making fun of myself, so... I also feel very driven and freaking hungry. I'm ready to work even harder and work on my weaknesses and come back stronger than ever. In case you're curious, I really did think I can win. I believed I will win. I had a winning bonus in my contract that I badly wanted. I was really aiming for the fighter of the night or knockout of the night bonus too. I was very excited for this, but it obviously didn't go my way, and will likely go to my opponent instead. I did train very hard for this fight. It was the toughest and best fight camp of my life. I worked my arse off and that was the most disciplined I've ever been. I was well prepared to fight and camp went well aside from a couple minor injuries during camp to try to pause training for a little, but this is no excuse. Once again, I did lose. There was nothing really I could have done. I worked my arse off and was fit to go the entire 4 rounds. He was just simply the better man on that night. I promise I'm far better than I showed last night. I do have power. I usually do sit down on my punches and throw with bad intentions. Other boxers and coaches have said the same thing during fight week when I was socializing and showing bits of footage. Credible coaches. I'm not going to name names, but once again, you don't have to believe it. I'll prove it in my next fight when I'm back. I really got shown levels in boxing last night. It humbled the confidence I had in my current boxing ability. However, I will also say I am much better than I looked there. That wasn't my night. I fight much better. It's hard to believe, but my jab is usually sharp. In sparring, I throw it as if it's a bullet. It's fast and it stings. My right hand has serious power. I wasn't able to land it flush how I wanted to. It didn't go my way. As much as I don't like to say it, I was put in there to lose. We all know this. Once again, this happened with JMX. Because he made a comeback and now did Temperr. I was the opponent Temperr could showcase his skills on for his comeback. I'm not making any excuses at all, but he was way more experienced than me. He's apparently, well, he has been training striking for 10 plus years in martial arts, whilst I've only been doing this for under 2 years. But no excuses, I lost. Thank you to my coaches, Gary and Jackie. Special mention to you guys. All my sparring partners, especially Ruben. Thanks to my whole team that was involved. You guys know who you are. I appreciate all the time you invested into me. I just failed last night. I messed up. I've never really taken an easy route though with my opponents. I took the big, tough, strong, tall JMX on 2 weeks' notice. Then I fought Hallow Ham, which prior to the fight was a 50-50. Although I still say Ham was slight favourite as he's been an OG since 2018, more experienced, and back then I was coming off a win. And back then he was coming off a win against DTG, and I was coming off a loss to JMX. Then last night I fought someone that's trained martial arts for 10 plus years, that's trained by a very high level coach in Malik Scott, who trains world-class fighter Deontay Wilder. Weirdly enough, I honestly was not nervous at all for this fight. I was just excited and ready, emotionally. I was having fun with my ring walk, I'm sure you could tell if you watched it. I was just happy to be there. I hope you guys liked the ring walk. Because I like, got it done, I don't know. It was just a nice ring walk. I planned it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. But I wasn't nervous at all for this fight, yeah. At least I'm now used to the big crowds. And I'm good with crowds, and I'm used to the bigger lights. It doesn't faze me. I'll be back stronger and better than ever. People are wanting me to... If people are wanting... Fuck, I can't talk. I'll be back stronger and better than ever. If people are wanting me to get back in the ring and are excited for me to fight, then I'm a happy man. And my job is done. This is all for your guys' entertainment. As long as you're entertained, I'm happy. That's it. Love. One thing I forgot to say, which is pretty cool as well, the positive I can get from it is that I guess I can now say I've co-mained an event on the Zone in Misfits at the age of 22. Not many people can say they've done that, and I can say I've done it. I was co-main event on Misfits and the Zone, so that's, yeah, I'm proud. So onwards and upwards from here on up.